A clean colon is the key to good health. This is the Herbal Alternative Research Team, the Heart. Colon or intestinal cancer is forecast by the United Nations to become the #1 killer in developed countries. This dangerous and rarely talked about disease is already #1 or 2 in many countries. It's #2 in the United States. How does it affect you? It's simple. Your immune system is directly related to the condition of your intestines as well as your body's ability to absorb nutrients from food during digestion. Toxemia is the cause of all disease. The United States Health and Human Services has admitted several years ago that over 90% of Americans are walking around with clogged colons. Autotoxemia, auto meaning self-caused, is the real culprit in almost all diseases and degenerative conditions. Dr. John Tilden, during the 1930s, in his book Toxemia Explained, the true interpretation of the cause of disease, presented the concept that toxins were the only cause of disease. If you deal with toxemia now, you won't age anywhere as quickly as you normally would, and you won't go through all the aches, pains, and illnesses that your friends and parents have gone through. Through preventive health habits, you can dramatically reduce the chances of chronic diseases, illness, and cellular degeneration. No quantity or type of prescription drugs, surgery, or other remedial medical care can save you from the self-imposed death sentence of auto-intoxication. Dr. Kellogg, famous surgeon and the father of Kellogg's cornflakes, believed that the colon could be the origin of most health problems. Hence his creation of a brand cereal to help bowel function. He maintained that 90% of disease is due to an improperly functioning colon. Let's talk about the big C, and no, I'm not talking about cancer, at least not yet. The word constipation is derived from the Latin word constipatus, which translated means to press or crowd together, to pack or to cram. Common sense tells us that if we retain the contents of our colon, the result will be disfigurement and disease of the colon. All sick people have bowel trouble. All sick people are tired, worn out, and toxin burdened. There is no better, more effective way to stay healthy and avoid illness and disease than to do what is necessary to take care of the bowels. On our road to health, it is most important to get the bowels back into proper functioning condition. Without this prerequisite, all other therapies, treatments, vitamins, or other aids fall short of their potential benefit. The sewer system must work properly, otherwise the body remains soaking in its own putrid waste, which encourages disease processes and eluding vitality-producing and health-building forces. So all congestion and toxins must be removed, and it must begin with cleansing of the bowel. Here are the symptoms of a blocked or coated colon. Those symptoms include constipation, which is diarrhea, stinky gas, pain in the joints, frequent illness, frequently susceptible to colds or flus, fatigue, tiredness, various diseases including cancer, arthritis, heartburn, headache, migraines, poor sleep, diabetes, and many others. One of the most frequent bowel problems that people experience today is constipation. A constipated system is one in which the transition time of toxic waste is slow. The longer the transit time, the longer the toxic waste matter sits in our bowels, which allows them to putrefy, ferment, and possibly be reabsorbed. The longer your body is exposed to putrefying food in your intestines, the greater the risk of developing disease. Even with one bowel movement per day, you will still have at least 3 meals worth of waste matter putrefying in your colon at all times. Disease usually begins with a toxic bowel. Those having fewer bowel movements are harboring a potentially fertile breeding ground for serious diseases. Infrequent or poor quality bowel movements over an extended period of time may be and will be very hazardous to your health. Proper colon cleansing removes the mucoid plaque from the colon. Even a thin layer of mucoid plaque weakens the body. Nature intended mucoid plaque to be sloughed off, but due to stress and diet, most Americans have many hardened layers of mucoid plaque. The healthy colon weighs about 4 pounds. One autopsy revealed a colon choked with 40 pounds. That's right, 40 pounds of impacted mucoid plaque. A proper colon cleanse and detoxification program prepares your body for optimal health by removing the mucoid plaque. The goal is to decrease the bowel transit time with intestinal cleansing. The longer your body is exposed to putrefying food in your intestines, the greater the risk of developing poisonous gases that are caused by foods you don't tolerate. These poisonous gases can enter your bloodstream, irritating your organs and joints. Alternating between constipation and diarrhea, or diarrhea alone, are also indications of foul matter in your intestines. And finally, the much more serious problems of cancer and immune system dysfunctions begin with a toxic bowel. For those that may be suffering with AIDS, acquired immune deficiency syndrome, 80% of the AIDS virus lives in the colon. Once we truly understand the single greatest challenge our body faces is the effective removal of waste and toxins, we will never again undermine the importance of frequent, high-quality bowel movements. As the colon becomes impacted with dry, putrefactive waste, its shape and function are affected in numerous ways. It may stretch like a balloon in certain areas or develop diverticula, which is pouches on the intestinal wall, which may become infected. Or it may fall down upon itself, which is called a prolapsed colon. All of these colon malformations greatly impair your large intestine's ability to function, which in turn places severe strain on your digestive organs and glands, and it affects nutrient assimilation and absorption. The colon is the body's sewer system, and if not treated properly, can accumulate toxic poisons, which are then absorbed into the bloodstream. This in turn can cause many diseases. Let's talk about raw foods and digestive enzymes. Raw foods are rich in enzymes. Enzymes are needed for the digestive system to work. They are necessary to break down food particles so that they can be utilized for energy. The human body makes approximately 22 different digestive enzymes, which are each capable of digesting carbohydrates, protein, and fats. Raw vegetables and raw fruit are rich sources of enzymes. So you think belching means that your food was good? Think again. A lack of digestive enzymes can be a factor in food allergies. Symptoms of digestive enzyme depletion includes bloating, belching, gas, bowel disorders, abdominal cramping, heartburn, and food allergies. All of us lose our ability to produce concentrated digestive enzymes as we grow older. In cases where age is a factor, or where lack of digestive enzymes causes food allergies, supplementation may be helpful. If you want to know more about your colon and its connection to your overall health, be sure to order a copy of my book, Natural Healing in Me Too, available from the Herbal Alternative Research Team. You can visit the Heart online at www.oneheart.org. That's www.heart.org. I'm Keith Davenport. Here's to your health and healing. You're listening to A Miracle of Love Radio.